One of the caches of his that I found, he'd taken a fence post and chopped a section out of it, and then took the section home, hollowed out the inside of the fence post, put a container in there, and then went back and replaced it with pegs. And so, yeah, I mean, it looks just like the rest of the fence post on the whole entire fence, and it does have the saw marks through it, but you're not necessarily looking for that.
Geocaching is a worldwide treasure hunt, sometimes called a scavenger hunt. Use your GPS and the satellites to go find something that somebody else hid. Fundamentally, the fun of it is trying to figure out what was in their mind when they hit it and trying to find it.
People will hide an object or container anywhere in the world and post the coordinates for that container on the web on a general listing site. And then people can download those coordinates and any hints or descriptions and go off and see if they can find it. We have over 7,000 geocaches within 100 miles of the center of the Bay Area, so it can keep you pretty busy here.
So the containers can be anything from what people call a blinker, which is about half the size of my pinky, and they're magnetic, and usually they're in plain view. And all they fit is the teeniest, tiniest piece of paper rolled up. But usually they warn you if it's going to be something like that.
Most geocaches are hidden in such a way that they would not be seen by a non-geocacher, but they're intended to be found ultimately.
The GPS says I have accuracy between 20 and 30 feet, and then the person who placed the geocache had accuracy to 20 to 30 feet. So you have to look about 60 feet around where the coordinates say it might be.
In a forest, we look for something that we refer to as a suspicious pile of sticks. To a non-geocacher, it may just look like a rat's nest, but to a geocacher, that pretty much screams out that there's an ammo box under there.
I guess the coolest thing I ever found was, it's not absolutely cool, but it seemed the coolest to me, was a travel bug.
Travel bug is an item that a geocacher intends to be moved from cache to cache, so this can travel all around the world. It's got a little tag that gives a number to help people track it. This particular pig wants to travel Gloucester, England. So this needs to move along, get out of the Bay Area. I think we'll take this along today, and I'll leave this at a travel bug hotel near an airport, and someone can pick it up and take it off with them, go overseas.
The most challenging one was in South Carolina on Hunting Island, and I was there an entire week, and it took me the entire week to find it. I had to do something like 30 to 35 steps just to find this one geocache, and they would be things like, go to this location, walk 400 feet in this direction, and it would be 400 feet completely off trail, walking through like spider webs with these giant banana spiders.
When I got started, I was pretty hooked on this, and I was finding an average of 5 a day, and I did that for the first year. I've been at it a little more than 2 years now. I've slowed down a bit, but I've found over 3,400 so far. But at that rate, that only puts me at about number 11 in the Bay Area. There's quite a few guys that are more hardcore than I am at this. The number one guy in the Bay Area has found over 12,000 finds.
Number one in California, number one west of the Mississippi, the number one male geocacher.
He's been at it quite a while. But he goes caching pretty much every day, and will typically find 15 to 20 caches in a day without any trouble.
Today was a pretty slow day, so it was only about 10.
I guess the part I like the best is the going to a different place. One of the things new geocachers remark on a lot is that they never knew this park was here. You find out every tiny little park that's in your entire neighborhood.
Geocachers will take you to interesting places that you might not find in the tour books.
Good way to get nerds out into the wilderness. Geocaching's fun.